If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to start your podcast. Let me explain. 1, it's free. 2, they monetize your podcast with no minimum listeners. 3, they actually distribute your podcast to a lot of the top platforms, Apple, iTunes, Google Play. All right, this is how you do this. Go download the Anchor app, it's free, or go to anchor.fm. Get started. Once again, download the Anchor app. It's free. Or go to anchor.fm. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? This is RYC Praise News with your man Orlando Page on the scene. This week, man, I'm sitting down with none other than the brother DB. I had a chance to go back and do some research on him, look up some of his music, listen to some of his music again, and just read through some of his social medias and things of that nature. So we're going to jump on a little bit of different types of conversations and just see if we can get y'all to know DB just a little bit more like I was trying to do myself. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce y'all to Mr. DB. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing well, brother. Doing well, man. And just thank you for the opportunity to be able to have me on here.
All right. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. We're just going to sit down, chop it up like old brothers, like we've spoken before. And, hey, we just seem to bump into each other in the middle of the street and just catching up for a minute.
Sounds good to me, man.
All right. So, I see you have a couple of singles out right now. You have a couple of hot singles out right now. Actually, you have Work that you did with K-Drama. Then you had Legacy, and then you released a video and everything for Legacy. And one single that I want to talk to you about, I believe it came out before both of those, was Seasons. And you actually did that song with the legend, the man Dre Murray. I mean, how did that come about?
Man, honestly, man, the opportunity, man, was it was a definite blessing, from God, man. And man, with him, with that song, I saw that he was, doing, something on Instagram, where he was trying to, just be a blessing to artists and, looking to do features, whatnot. And I seen the post, and so I just reached out to him, and he was, down to work, and whatnot. So, once he was down, and, of course, the payment, he was looking for as well, whatnot. But once all that, got situated and whatnot, we talked about, what kind of song, we're trying to do. I had a particular instrumental, for Seasons, that I wanted to use, and I listened to it. I was just like, man, that is a Dre Murray type song. I think that he would really want to be a part of, and I think that he would do really well on, and so, and even with the title Seasons, I was just realizing, the season, that God was putting me through, in my life, was a season of growth, for my artistry, with me and music, and just taking it serious, and just reaching out, to be able to help, my brand and to be able to help me to continue to fulfill, God's purpose, for my life, and so we just, we worked on the song together. We got to, chop it up a couple times, over Instagram Live, through video talk, whatnot. So that was really cool, to chop and talk about the song, and, and we just kept it moving from there, and he also, really helped, with the cover art as well. That was free of charge right there, so he really blessed with that. He didn't have to do that, and I just, I was thankful, whatnot. And it's actually one of my, favorite songs I've done so far, and I was blessed to be able to do it with him.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. Because when I saw the names up there and everything, and I saw, the debut album and then the features that you were going to actually have on the album, I was like, wow, Jerry Murray. I mean, that's not, no slouch, when it comes to CHH. I mean, his name rings out just like a Lecrae or an Andy Mineo and, different Bizzle, different folks like that. For real, if you're really following, CHH, then his name does. Some people would probably be like, Trey Murray, who? Yeah, we can see you haven't been really following the culture for real like that. But then you got another legend on there. I mean, K-Drama. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't know K-Drama? I mean, Michael Jordan on him. I mean, come on. So let the folks know a little bit about that. How did that come about?
Yeah, man. Also, I connected with him through Instagram. As I was, I just had a post, whatnot with one of my songs, and he ended up, sending some kind of, fire emoji, to one of my stories, with one of my songs. And then I was just like, man, K-Drama is actually like, peeping me out. He's actually checking my stuff out. So I was like, man, why not, send him a direct message, and then we just started chopping it up from there, so we kind of talked about, where we're from, talked about, how long we've been doing music for, whatnot, and I was just asking him questions and just check to see, how much he does for a feature, man, and, he let me know, what it was, and we went from there, and he let me know exactly, what the price was, and then we just started working on the song together, and I found, an instrumental that, I think would work well, with him, whatnot being on it, and myself as well. And I was just like, man, yeah, that definitely sounds like something, I think that K-Drama would, definitely hop on, and do well on, and so, and behind the title, work, we can't just, pray, and just wait for God just to, do his thing. He's not like some kind of genie who just, grants our every wish. We also have to put in work. It says that, Bible says that faith without works is dead. So we also not only have to have faith, but we have to show our faith, by working, and putting our hands to the plow, and showing, God that we truly have faith in him, and that he can do anything, but we also have to do our part by showing that faith, and so that was, like the meaning, behind that song, Work. And, and I was grateful that he, jumped on it, with me, and then also to be able to do a music video, with me as well. So that was, very cool, and just being able to do that collab, might end up doing something, again in the future, along with Dre Murray. I mean, I may end up doing something again with him later, and K-Drama as well, so just got to keep it pushing.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Most definitely. Shout out to K-Drama and Dre Murray. You also work with another artist, on one of your tracks and everything, or you're getting ready to. I'm not sure if you already have. Kiwi. Kiwi is no slouch either. So definitely, you got some hitters on your, on your project coming up.
Yes, indeed, man. So, yeah, I actually knew Kiwi from back when, back since, 2012. We attended Lake Michigan College together, so wow. In Michigan. So that's where we met, and goes all the way back, to there, whatnot. And we was cool. We was friends back then. Kind of dropped off, between then and now, for a good amount of years, whatnot. But as I, answered God's call, for me and going into music, I was just like, man, like I see, him doing his thing as well, and seeing, his success and where he is going and whatnot. I was just like, man, I need to link up back with him, and just chop it up with him, and see, like how he is and, how he's gotten to where he is, today, whatnot. So, and just kind of pick his brain and, continue to build that friendship back again, so, and, so that's how I, I guess got linked up with him, like already knew him from before, whatnot. So it was just, me just reaching out to him again and just getting reacquainted, and I was just like, man, like, I definitely want to do a song with you, whatnot. And, once again, it was like through Instagram, and seeing, that he was doing, features, whatnot. And I was just like, yeah, let me take advantage of that, and just started chopping it up with him again, and he was definitely down to work, and we just started, chopping it up a little bit more. I came up, with instrumental again, and we started, just working on what we would think, the concept would be. I came up with the concept, enemy, and just realizing, that we are truly our greatest enemy. There's nothing, that Satan or anybody can do to keep us, from reaching our God-given potential, like ourselves. We are truly our greatest enemy, so we can choose to just be lazy and kick back and not do anything, but, God has too much in store, and he has created us all with a purpose, so we have to trust him, and to use all of our God-given abilities and talents, for his glory, and so, but it is truly ourselves that will keep us, from reaching that God-given potential, so we have to make that choice, daily, that, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push and live out, God's purpose, for my life, each and every day, so that's what it comes down to. And I was just like, yeah, like, let's do that, with Kiwi, whatnot, man, and he was down for it.
Amen, most definitely. One thing that seems to keep being the same thing, feature after feature, is that you're chopping it up with these folks, and you're actually building a relationship with these people, other than just jumping in and saying, hey, you want to be on my track, without even really building any type of real relationship, with these artists. And just let the folks know a little bit about that. Where did that come from? Did you hear an artist say this, or did you always know that, you need to at least build a relationship before asking, to jump on a song with you?
Man, I think you just have to use, discernment, and decide, really, like, am I really going to take this leap of faith, and go ahead and reach out, to these others, because, you see that, man, like, they're where you want to be, whatnot, but you have to take that leap of faith. But in regards to relationships, I've had a couple of talks, with other artists, and them letting me know that relationships are very key, they are really key, to really getting to where you want to be, whatnot, and success, is definitely predicated, upon, relationships, whatnot. So a lot of it has to do with, who and the people that you can, get to know, whatnot. And, and some of those relationships can end up going deeper than what you expect, whatnot. So, but they are definitely, very key, for sure, and help you to, through the relationships, you learn, new things, not just about the person, but also believe that you learn things about yourself and what you need to improve, and things that you need to do that you weren't doing before, whatnot. And the people that you build relationships with, can help you, get to that next level, where you believe, God may be taking you, and whatnot. But it all stems from you yourself, have to take that leap of faith and go ahead and start that conversation, with them. With Kiwi, it was easy to kind of reach out to him because I already had a relationship with him before, whatnot. But with other artists, Dre Murray, I met him at a concert like years ago, back in 2013, and he remembered the concert. I'm not fully sure if he remembered me, but I did have, a souvenir, from that concert, whatnot. And, we, just chopped it up, about that. And K-Drama, like I said, how I got linked up with him is that, he first started, he seen my story, and I just reached out to him, through that. So just using, you just have to use, discernment, and see like what are the right moments where I could go ahead and really make that leap, whatnot, and then just go from there, just trust God, with the results.
Amen. I agree with you, man. And another thing is, tell the folks out there, hey, stay on Instagram, because evidently Instagram is popping, y'all. So y'all.
yes, definitely.
Instagram is popping. So if you want some features, you better jump up on Instagram with the quickness. Man,
yeah,
that's outstanding. That's outstanding. Now, also, I didn't know that you went to school for you're a theologian. So, you went to Bible college. If somebody wants me to simplify it, you went to Bible college. So,
yeah.
Basically, my next question is, do you believe or do you think any real CHH or gospel rapper should have some kind of schooling or some kind of training under their belt before they really start coming out ministering through music to people?
Well, man, honestly, that is a really good question. I think having some theological background is definitely a plus, for any artist, whatnot. Because, in those classes and everything, you learn more, learn more about God, and just about Christianity and spirituality, in general, and just learning about, who God is, what he's created you to do, learning more about Jesus, what he's done for us, whatnot. But I think, the most important thing, that any Christian artist really needs is a intimate relationship with Jesus, a intimate, and a genuine, relationship with Jesus Christ, because when you do, you understand more things about him, in your own life and your own experience with him, and through the word, and having, the proper leadership. I think having a good church body, to be able to learn from, as well, a community, of believers, is definitely vital as well, to be able to help encourage you and to help you to learn, more about God and learn more about yourself, as a Christian, but, like I said, having, theological background, definitely gives you, I think, a plus, because it just gives you a little bit more understanding, biblically, whatnot, but I won't necessarily say it's a requirement or anything like that, because everybody's journey is different. Some God may send, to go to school, whatnot. Some, may not. It may just be jump right into it, and that's just the way my journey has gone, whatnot. And honestly, well, I was just thinking about it. Just like, well, if I had a chance to do it again, I probably would do it again, because if I didn't go to where I was, I wouldn't have met my wife. So, so that was.
Don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble. Nah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it all over again. I wouldn't even do it again. And did she hear the interview? Hold on, you met this. Man.
I'm good. I'm grateful for how my job turned out, man, thus far.
Amen. Most definitely, brother. Most definitely. Good way to clean that up. I know you have an album. You said you're working on an album. The name of your album is Who I Am. Now, that question can be a very deep question, or it could be a very simplistic question. Is this album going to wrap totally into, like, your total testimony to now, or is it just going to be answering the question of who I am, DB, the artist? Or are you going to have a mixture of both?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, the title "Who I Am" is not a question, but a statement. So I'm letting people know this is who I am. These are the things that I've gone through, in my life, and it's a mixture of everything, from me younger in my school days, to getting to know Jesus, for myself and accepting Him, all the way up, until this point. So it's I guess you could say, it's my debut album, of course, but it's a mixture, of a lot of things, that I've been through in my life to make me, who I am today, whatnot. So, so I'm definitely excited, to be able to share it with y'all, because it is, it's a special, album, because it's really, I'm pouring myself out and sharing, things, about myself and things I went through that I haven't told a lot of people, whatnot. So, you guys are really going to be able to get to know me, more, through this album and get to know my mindset, how it is now and how it was then as well. So, it's a mixture of the past, present, and I guess you could say the future as well.
Okay, I like that. Most definitely, man. Have a little futuristic, DB in there with the, flying in the space and everything. No, I'm joking. But hey, I have to ask, man. I have to ask. I'm a reporter. I'm an interviewer, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Is there any way you can give us a sneak peek of the track list for Who I Am?
Give a sneak peek. Well, what I'm actually going to be doing pretty soon here is that, through Instagram, Facebook, I'll be releasing, the track list, whatnot before it does come out.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're exactly asking for it right then and now, because I'm not ready, to reveal the whole thing yet. Whatnot.
Okay.
So, but pretty soon here within the next week or two, I'll be releasing that thing, before it comes out, before the album comes out.
All right, most definitely, man. We're gonna most definitely be looking forward to it. We're gonna be listening to it, supporting you as much as possible. Now, what? Two last questions here, man. First one is, do you have any more type of anxiety on you releasing your first album as a CHH artist, or do you feel this is all part of still that same question, or do you feel, well, first off, because I don't think I asked you, have you ever been a secular artist?
No, I have not, man. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it still can tie into what I was going to ask you, though. As a CHH artist and releasing your first album, do you think you have any more pressures on yourself than what a secular artist would have on them releasing a debut album?
Man, like, I don't think I necessarily have, like, any more pressures. I think that, as far as in a secular artist, and especially if they are, signed to a major label, I think they would have probably, even more pressures than myself, because they would probably have to meet a certain amount of streams, a certain amount of downloads, and different things like that, so, because contract situations, they could be a little bit funny, whatnot, but me being an independent artist, right now, at this time, like, it's more so the things like I'm thinking about is just like, man, like, whose life is it going to impact? How many lives, will it touch? What are the streams, going to look like, from all the different platforms, and, what will, the sayings be, I guess, like, what will the critiques be? What will, what songs will really resonate with people, which ones not so much, so I'm really, like, confident and excited, to be releasing it, knowing this is like my, debut album, and I've definitely come a long way as far as in, growth, since I started in the beginning of 2019. So I'm really excited, I guess, to be able just to share the growth, with everybody, and to be able to see everybody be able to, I guess you could say, enter into, my journey, so those are the things, that, I guess you could say are going through my mind and that have passed through my mind, as I'm getting ready, to release it.
Okay. Awesome. And let the folks know how they can get in contact with you. Give them your social media information, just in case if somebody wants to collab with you, like you've collabed with, other artists and everything. So we know you're on Instagram. So make sure you give them that.
Yes, for sure. So my Instagram handle is dbrealmusic, and music is spelled MUZIK, and there's no spaces. So it's dbrealmusic. You just type that in on Instagram, you'll find me. You can direct message me. That is the same thing for my Gmail as well. You can email me, dbrealmusic, and music is spelled MUZIK, and you can put @gmail.com. Email me there. You can also find me on Facebook that same way. Just type in the exact same thing. On Facebook, you'll be able to find my Facebook page, and you can just direct message me there as well. Those are the three, main ones, that you can find me and link up with me. And I look forward, to hearing from, whoever may be listening.
All right, brother. All right. Well, from myself and from RYC Praise News, man, we do appreciate you spending your time with us. You could have been doing anything else other than sitting down, chopping it up with a crazy guy like myself, but you decided to sit in the hot seat and come on with it. So it's all good, brother. We appreciate you. Don't let it be the last time. After your album's done, I would love to sit down with you and we can dissect the album a little bit and talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. Let's set that up. Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, brother. You have a great rest of your day, man. You and your family. Tell them I said salute. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. And God bless you, man. And thank you for the opportunity once again.
Not a problem. God bless you. All right.
Right. Thank you. Blessings.
Yep. Blessings.